Hello guys and dolls. Update on the Joker. She's still asleep at the moment. Right, I'm doing the garden. There's another video running aside at the moment about me doing the garden. I'm updating it a bit. I'm going to put a shed in there so I can get going with my Mondeo again, because I need someone to sort out the tools, parts, etc. So yeah, and we need somewhere to sit in the summer, and the garden's getting a bit tatty, so it was time to do that up. So obviously you can only do one thing at a time, so that's what's happening, and then we're going to get back on the Joker. So update, I got 3 more parts, random parts, but 3 more parts for her, and I thought I'd show you. So you know, you can see I haven't forgotten her. I haven't been on here for a couple of weeks about parts. I mean, it was a couple of weeks ago when I put the last one up. So this is what I got, a Ford, made by Ford. This one is a cam cover for the bottom. There's a couple more bits to go for the cam cover if I can get them, otherwise I'll just use the old ones I've got, but this come up, so I thought I'd get that. And the other thing I've got is the crankshaft pulley. There she is. Now the one on my car, it's been tatty if I remember rightly. The people have been trying to get the bottom bolt out of the crankshaft and couldn't, so that's what I got to do. But it's the ribbed belt that goes on them, so you can see all the cutouts up on the side. Yeah, so that's the pulley to go on, which obviously goes up with the cam cover. So that's 2 random parts, so 2 more bits to go. And then what we got here is part of the wiper mechanism, which is this. Now the motor, as a lot of you know anyway, fits in this piece, and then you've got an arm that goes, you know, connects these 2 together, and then obviously when they go side to side, this part moves and your wiper blade will be stuck on there on the outside, same as that side. So there's your little wiper arm. So yeah, another little bit comes to the bush and everything. So yeah, it's another random piece to go put on there. So yeah, you know, she hasn't been forgotten. I've got a couple more parts coming. We'll show you when they get here. But yeah, so a few random parts. Garden's coming together. There is another video if you want to see it on updating the garden and getting it together. And once I've done that, I should start getting back onto the Joker. Because I'm pretty well up together then. I've got 1 bedroom to do. I've done pretty well with the whole house. We are considering redecorating down here again, but we're not sure what we're doing with it, so I've got to fit that in between as well. So yeah, I've got a bedroom to decorate, so that's going to have to be done in between times as well. At the moment, am I on plan? Am I up to date with getting the Mondeo done as I wanted? Yes and no. Yes, because I'm getting the parts. No, because I want to be a bit further forward. So with this epidemic going around at the moment, things are, you know, a bit tight. I don't know. It's just finding the time and getting on with it. And I haven't been able to get parts, etc. Not all the parts anyway, at the right prices. But we're starting to get them again now. Starting to get back together. So that's the plan. She's got a full strip to come down yet. I've still got the engine and gearbox to come out, as you know, subframe, all the interior, etc. And then we'll start sorting out the bodywork, any rust on the chassis that needs doing, and then we'll get the subframes up together, and then it'll be back on the rebuild. As I say, she's done a full complete respray, top, bottom, sides, anywhere and everywhere. That is still the plan. She's still coming back like new as much as I can. I say as much as I can because I don't know what new parts I can get and what new parts I can't. You know, if you look back on the other videos I've done, you'll see the parts I have got. So it is a big job. In fact, I say it's a massive job. A lot of you out there, I've seen comments on your own cars. You know, you're looking at it and going, where do I go now? Do I carry on? Yeah, carry on. If you can do it and it's possible to get done, or you can get it done, not necessarily have to do it yourself. I mean, some people can't do all the things themselves, like welding. But if you can do it, do it. But it depends what the car means to you. You know, people were saying, yeah, but you can spend many hours. Talking to someone the other last week, said to you, we can spend money on it, would you get the money back? But are you thinking of selling it? What does the car mean to you? I mean, when I've rebuilt this, would I get the money back? Every penny? I don't know. Would I? Don't know. How much would it cost me at the end of the day? I don't know. What if it cost me £5,000? Then it cost me £5,000. Would I get the money back? Who knows? Maybe. It's whatever anybody wants to pay for it. The thing is I'm doing it for myself. This is what it's about. Is stripping it, rebuilding it. A lot of people even bother going that far. Some people, can't afford to do it, or they want to just give it a good respray because it looks good enough. Whatever, you got to do whatever's best for you, whatever you can afford, whatever you want to do. Can I afford to do all this up now? No, of course I can't. But that's why I'm doing it bit by bit. Why didn't I put her back on the road? Because a lot of things went wrong with her. The head gasket blew. I decided there's a few bits to do to her. Obviously, as I've said before in another video, I bought an ST24 to keep me going. The engine packed up one day. I had a job to get it going. In fact, I never bothered getting it going in the end. A friend of mine came around and had a look. We decided that how far did you go? When you looked at the bodywork and the chassis and that, it was bad. So I had to go. So then it's, what do you do? So the Citroen has been sat in there, or the Joker, it's been sat in the garage since 2012. What do you do? You know what I mean? I shouldn't have got the ST24, but I enjoyed the ST24. I had a few years enjoyment out of it. So yeah, she's sat in the garage. Bit like the car SOS, if you ever watch that, cars get put in the garage, oh yeah, do it tomorrow, tomorrow it never comes. But in this case it has come, she's getting done. So yeah, it's going to be there, we're going to get there. I was planning on the road for next year. Would I get on the road next year? Truthfully, I don't think so. I said 2 years from last year. I think it's at least, well, no, I didn't say at least, I said yeah, at least, and I said it might go over that. I don't know. I'll try my best. Do what you can. I think it's going to go into 2022, which I didn't want. I do not want that. Can I get it done before? It is a possibility. There is a possibility. But everything's gone belly up this year. All went belly up last year. Thought things were going to be better this year. Tried hard for this year, but holidays packed up, so we've got to get the holiday sorted out for next year, because that's all been cancelled. Like a lot of other people's, I'm not the only one in this world that's got a problem. A lot of people got problems, so a lot of people are worse off, but we'll talk about all that really. We're talking about the car. So yeah, so it's been put back a little bit, but the garden's coming along. Do look at my other videos. I mean, have a look, see what's going on, and then you'll see that we will be getting there. I mean, there's a video on a toolbox I bought. There's loads going on, but she is coming back. The Joker will be back. There's not many left of her now. Those Citroens are disappearing. I've seen there's a couple about. Somebody's just buying. A friend of ours is selling this. Someone's buying it to do it up. It's great. Keep them on the road. So yeah, this is what's going on. Mine's coming back on the road. She will be done. I'm hoping end of next year. I'm hoping. Fingers crossed. But if it's not, it's not. I'm missing it. I keep looking at pictures I've got, and I keep thinking about the old days when we used to get around in it and what we used to do with her. People keep coming up about the shows that we used to go to and people went to, and I remember some of the shows I took her to. Loved the car shows. To see the big Ford Fair is now in October. I'm hoping to go. If all goes well, depends on how it's going to be, your distancing, etc, etc. It's going to be a bit awkward, that is, if there is distancing, because it's a big show and it's going to be rather difficult, I think. But who knows, Otherwise, next year we're going to get back on the shows. I think we're all missing that. All those car enthusiasts are missing stuff like that. I know I certainly am. But yeah, we're running off line here. I mean, I started to talk about everything else. I think it's because this is a bad couple of months to me, and for a lot of other people in the family and what have you. Because a year ago was a bad time for us. So yeah, I'm rambling on because I've got a lot on my mind, to be truthful. A lot on my mind. Like I said, I'm starting to ramble. But the thing is, She's coming back. She will be back. So please like and subscribe. I hope you liked the video. And yeah, that's 3 random parts I bought. I have bought another couple of random parts that are on their way. You know, but that's what I do. I mean, the thing is, at the end of the day, I'm trying to get as many new parts as I want. Should I be getting the underneath first? Maybe. But if I get the underneath and I get the underneath together, I ain't got nothing else. So I might as well buy bits and pieces at the right prices now. To be honest, I saved a bit of money on a couple of those parts, quite a bit of money on a couple of them parts. Even seeing them on eBay, they were selling for more. So sometimes, you know, you got to keep looking. For those of you that are trying to get cars put together and saying you can't find the parts, etc., I thought that, but I'll tell you something, you might spend hours and hours on the internet, etc., looking, but they're out there. There's a lot of parts out there, new or second hand. Don't have to be new, does it? Does it have to be new? Of course it doesn't. Why am I doing new? Because that's what I want. A friend of ours has offered me parts. I'm very grateful. Very, very grateful that he's offered. But I am trying to put all new parts on, and I thank him very much for that. You know, at least he thought of me. But as I said, I'm really trying my hardest to put new on. A lot of the parts on the car that I'm replacing don't need replacing, but then now do you have a fully reconditioned, is that the right word? But what, have a fully car that's like new again, you know what I mean? So that's what my plan is, that's a personal plan. But do let us know what you do with your cars, you know. After you looked at it and gone, oh my god, what have I come into, you know, welding, whatever. I don't know how much welding's going to want doing on this one. I know the Joker's wheel arches are getting a little bit scabby. They ain't getting no worse, touch wood. Touch wood. They're still pretty well the same. Is there any more on it? I don't know. This is something I'm going to find out when I strip it all down. And as you've probably seen in the other videos, I've got a new windscreen, etc. So everything's coming off. Everything is coming off. It's a big job. We're not going to put it all back together. I've got confidence, yes. The only thing that ever worries me is the wiring, but there again, most of the plugs are, you know, they kind of go on one way. So, yeah, loads of photos. Don't forget to do that if you're doing yours. Stripping and rebuilding, take loads of photos. I've got to sort my photos out. I've got to figure a way of putting them onto. Well, I've got them on a memory stick at the moment, but I want to get some photos up ready for the album because I want to like a little album of what I've done. So yeah. I think I'm rambling again. I think it's time to go. But that's the update. Some more parts, you know. Keep chins up, everybody. You know, let's get there. And as I said, if you're struggling, you know, put some comments on the bottom. Even if you think I'm doing the wrong thing, put it on the bottom. You know, I know what I want to do. I know what I am going to do. And I hope you all love your cars and do, you know, what you can to. As I said, a couple of people have spoke to me, and a couple of people I've seen posts and things saying that, you know, what do you do next? It is a worrying sometimes. You know, I got in the mind and I'd look at all that stuff, I took all the parts off as I'm taking them off and thinking, oh, what am I doing? What am I doing? But that car means a lot to me, it really does. So, ramble on. So, I hope you liked the video. Please like and subscribe, and I'll speak to you again soon. Have a good one. Bye all.